The Nextnaijacomedystar.
My name is O.V. Godwin. I'm from Edo State. So what inspired me to take comedy as a career was unemployment. No, okay, I'm just joking. I really like the art. I watched somebody's video on YouTube in 2016, towards the end of 2016, and I was like, this guy is doing something that I know that I can do now. Let me go and do it. I used to write funny stories before when I was small, when I was in secondary school. I used to write funny stories, and I think this thing can be retold to people on stage, and that was really exciting. I was just like, okay, I'll start looking for comedy clubs or how I can perform these things for people, and that's where I started from. But before then, my friends told me, my friends Nero and Aisha, they told me that I had a funny bone in me. My family and friends' reaction to my choice of career. My parents, let me say, fortunately enough, my parents were happy, but they told me that I should have, that I should focus more on my academics, my GP. I should let my GP to come out well before I will focus on the comedy. But you know that even before then, my GP was nothing to write home about. So I just said that you have to find the one that we can still write, the one I can influence by myself. So they said, okay, if it's fine, we'll give you money when you need it. So my parents gave me money to go to comedy clubs when I had no money. When nobody knew me in stand-up comedy, my parents gave me money to go regularly. And my friends were like, hey, you blow one day. Until then, we are still waiting. But hopefully after now, we'll become really popular. My first ever experience as a stand-up comedian, I don't think I can remember it really, really vividly. But I know that it was a sandstorm. You know when they say sandstorm? Dry. Who be this? Wait, you say what? Come on, you're not funny, Joe. And imagine people that tell you you're not funny are ladies. So it was really a very... Can we move on? Oh. Okay, so what has been my observation about the comedy industry? I really don't want to sound like I know too much about the industry already. But I've noticed that there's no perfect structure yet. Unlike when I read about the United States, comedy club in Canada, and comedy functionings in other parts of the world. In the UK, there's a lot of structure. There are comedy labels, people that sign comedians. There are comedy clubs that litter the streets. Proper places, not comedy bars. Club, a place that people go to sit down and watch a comedian perform. We have few of them. We don't even have many of them except Lagos City. Other parts are just lounges. And Lagos, we don't really have all the proper structure. So I think that was lacking in the comedy industry and is limiting the expansion. And joke thefts. People will take a joke and use another version, take another person's joke. You can't have yourself hearing people say the same thing in different ways every time. You have to do yours. The developments I would love to see in the Nigerian comedy industry is more comedy clubs, like I was saying earlier. I want to see people have more platforms to perform. And I want to see people that would prepare for their jokes. I don't want comedians that are not really taking time to practice. I'll just come to the crowd and play with them, make it look like they never prepared for it. I want people can watch your comedy and know that this guy planned to make me laugh. So that's really what I want to see. And with your original thoughts, please. Okay, my favorite moment as a comedian. There are quite a number of them. So his favorite moments, really, a lot. From when I won Alibaba's Spontaneity in 2019, to when Bobby told me that I was going to be performing at his show, to when I started with my major show with D1's Evicted, to SLK's TGI, being a part of the first comedy special in Nigeria. Those moments, and then the times when people just give you money and say, I watch one of your stuff. I like it. So those are actually a lot. I should tell you one of my worst experiences as a comedian. Okay, apart from the fact where I had two girls telling me I was not funny in the crowd and were shouting and everybody agreed that I was not funny when I was just starting. The time somebody slapped me inside the bus because I was inside bus and I was not telling the man that he's making noise with the advert that he's doing, that we understand his product, that we'll buy it like that. So when we came down, the man, he corrected me that you need to do like that inside bus. Go and get your motor for you. So thank God that I don't have to be in that particular bus again, but that was really, it was not a good time. So if I become the next Nigerian comedy star, what would I do for the industry? First things first, I would not say that money will be used to create most of the platforms that people need, but I'll have, because of the branding I would have gotten from the competition, I'll move more comedians closer. More comedians that have finesse and originality. And because my voice will count more, I'll be saying all the things I said about how I feel about the industry and how I feel people can influence it and make it better. I'll say those things on stage. And then I will house some of those comedians that I think have good finesse, that I like personally. So that's really what it's going to be for the overall growth. No, and then I'll use the money for myself. How can I forget that? I'll use the money. So how do my family and friends feel about me being the next Nightnaijacomedystar show? They're excited about it. They want me to win. They feel I can win. They say I deserve to win. I've proven myself before by winning. They think I have, and they feel, most of my friends and supporters too, they feel that I have the uniqueness in stand-up comedy, something that's really scarce in the country, but is necessary for the next growth, the next phase of stand-up comedy entirely in the world. So they're rooting for me and they think I deserve it and I'm going to get it. The two top plans I have for my career right now is a comedy special. Comedy special, meaning that I am going to perform my jokes for 1 hour and a little above that. That will be taped for the purpose of digital platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and the rest. We have a few of them that really pay for production in Nigeria, but I'll run with all those international ones. So that's what I have. Comedy special. My jokes will be like maybe 3 or 4 openers, then me telling jokes for over 1 hour, which I already have on ground. Then the second thing is to also push comedy for myself beyond Nigeria alone, to expand it to other countries so that people can hear these things that people already find very interesting now. So the world gets to hear it.
If you're boring, make you go away, far away for the next Nightnaijacomedystar.